Hello class, this is the video feedback for the chapter 12 quiz. As I did before, I'm going to go through the sections and talk about some of the things that were problematic. If you have questions that I don't cover, please let me know and I will be happy to give you examples and information and feedback on those sections. So we're going to scroll through. The first section is the cultural section, which is generally not problematic. You can look up these things if you don't remember them. So I'm going to go through that. Okay, the second section here, vocabulary en el aeropuerto. And you have a word bank here. All you need to do is fill in the appropriate word. There were some problems with this. Sometimes it's better to read through these paragraphs completely before you start, and then use process of elimination. Okay, so then let's go through. Primero tienes, your grandmother is visiting you in San Jose. So your first airplane flight and you're writing some instructions to help her complete the instructions with the appropriate words from the list. Okay, so primero tienes que ir al, and then there's a whole list here, y mostrar tu pasaporte y tu blank. Okay, so mostrar tu pasaporte. So let's say al vuelo, no, ventanillo, no, mostrador. Mostrador is probably the best word. But again, sometimes you have to go back later and change things if you find that wasn't correct. But mostrador is the counter. Mostrar tu pasaporte y tu boleto. So you have to go and show your passport and your ticket. En ese momento debes something your bag. So at that moment you have to do something with your bags. Facturar is the best, I believe. And you have to, también puedes elegir entre el asiento de blank o pasillo. So you can choose between a seat that's window, or sorry, aisle, or window. So window would be ventanilla. Okay. Te darán una tarjeta they will give you a boarding pass, right, de embarque, con el número de tu asiento. So they will give you a boarding pass, right, de embarque, con el número de tu asiento, with the number of your seat. Okay, on the plane, show it, muéstraselo al, and that must be the auxiliar de vuelo, so show it to the flight attendant, and he will indicate to you where you sit. So during the flight, you can read or watch a movie. The flight attendants will serve a meal. After arriving to San Jose, take your blank and pass for the blank. So, well, you have to pass through the aduana, so that's the customs. And let's see what's left. Equipaje. Todo es muy fácil, yo te esperaré a la salida. So, first you have to go to the counter and show your passport and your ticket. In that moment, you must check your bags, and you can choose a seat that's window or aisle. They will give you a boarding pass with the number of your seat on the plane. Show it to the flight attendant, and he will show you where you must sit. During the flight, you can read or watch a movie. The flight attendants will serve a meal. After you arrive to San Jose, take your baggage and pass through customs. That's very easy. Everything's very easy. I'll wait for you at the exit. Okay, so Rafa is now at the airport. Listen to the dialogue between him and the airline representative, then complete the statements with the most appropriate option. Well, this is challenging in that it's a fairly long audio. It's almost a minute. But the good thing is it's multiple choice. I don't think there were too many problems on this one. You may have had to listen to this more than once. I highly recommend, especially on these longer ones, to listen to them more than once, and also to read what you need to listen for, because there will be information in the audio that you don't need. So you read the questions and you read the options, and so you know what to listen for. But I don't really think there was too much of a problem with that, so I'm not going to go through that unless people have questions, and then I can. Let me know and I can go through it. I can go through it and translate and explain everything. If you'd like me to, just let me know. All right, so more vocabulary. Again, we had a list here, a little word bank and a dialogue, and this one was much shorter. I don't recall there being too many problems here on this one, but let's go through it anyway. So, buenos dias, so it's the receptionist and Mrs. Celaya, that's the two people talking. So the receptionist says, good morning, and how can I help you? Good morning, I need a room in the hotel. What type of room do you prefer? And so, una doble, por favor. I think that's the only one there that will work. A double, please. Okay, very good. I need a room with blank to keep my passport and other documents and other important documents. So, caja fuerte. is the safe, so I need a room with the safe to keep my passport and other important documents. Yes, of course, sir. What else? I also need to take out money. We have an automatic teller machine outside of the hotel on the esquina, on the corner. Yeah, okay. It's very close by. En esta misma cuadra, on this same block. All right. Great. And finally, can you give me the keys? Yes, of course. Even though we don't have keys, we use, what do we use? We use tarjetas magnéticas, right? Magnetic cards. There we go. Okay. All right, and more vocabulary. This was with the car, and just the include the definite article el and la. Always make sure you include those things if they ask you. I won't go through this. It's pretty simple. Don't believe there are too many problems there. Just filling that in. Okay, now Sara and Manola have just arrived in Costa Rica. Listen to what happened to them on the freeway and complete the statements with the most appropriate option. Again, you've got the multiple choice, so you can read through those first and know what to listen for. And again, this is about a minute, it's fairly long dialogue. So it's recommended to listen to read the statements beforehand, so you know what to listen for, and listen more than once if necessary. As I said before, with the one above, I'm not going to play this and go through it unless people want me to, and then I will be happy to. You just let me know. I can put another video up, no problem. But I don't recall there being too many problems. These are with the multiple choice. You know, you can do okay even if you don't understand everything. So, quiero comer. Adele is visiting her friend Patricia. Complete their conversation with the correct option. Tengo hambre. Creo que tengo algunos plátanos. I have some bananas. It's got to be algunos because plátanos is plural. It's the only one of these three options that's plural. She goes to the kitchen and returns. Lo siento, pero no me queda. So I'm sorry, but I don't have any left. No me queda ninguno. So you know that in Spanish, once you have a no, then everything else in the sentence it would have to be negative as well. Unlike in English, where we're not supposed to. You do double negatives in Spanish. You do double negatives or triple or four, however many is needed. So the only option here that would work would be ninguno. I don't have any. We would say, they would say, no me queda ninguno, referring to the plátanos. Realmente no tengo, and the same thing, no tengo nada. We already have a no here. I don't have. So it's got to be a negative word, nada. I don't have anything, we would say. They say I don't have nothing. That's how you do it in Spanish. You do the double negatives. Okay. I have to go to the supermarket tomorrow. Okay. I'm also going tomorrow. Yo también voy a ir mañana. If you want, we can go together. Good idea. I need no, I need someone that will take me to the supermarket because my car is broken. So I need someone to take me because my car is broken. So alguien is the only one that works there. All right. This one, drop-down menu. No, nunca, no, ninguna, no, de nada. Let's just do a couple of these. These are short.
¿Visitaste el canal de Panamá?
¿Visitaste el canal de Panamá? Did you visit the Panama Canal? No, nunca.
¿Conociste a alguien de Colón en Panamá?
¿Conociste a alguien de Colón en Panamá? Did you meet someone from Colón in Panama? No, nadie.
¿Conoces algún cantante de reggaetón de Panamá?
¿Conoces algún cantante de reggaetón de Panamá? Do you know some singer of reggaeton from Panama? No, no conozco a ninguno. I don't know any. Referring to the singer, cantante.
¿Compraste alguna mola en la isla de San Blas?
¿Compraste una mola en la isla de San Blas? Did you buy a mola? That's that arts and crafts thing. On the island of San Blas? No, ninguna. Mola is feminine, so no, not any. No, ninguna.
¿Te acuerdas de algo de Panamá?
¿Te acuerdas de algo de Panamá? Do you remember something from Panama? And no, nada. Yep. Okay. All right. Efrain and Maria are preparing for a trip. Complete their conversation with the appropriate indicative or subjunctive form of the verbs in parentheses. Okay. ¿Dónde está la maleta que yo voy a llevar? It's a specific bag, so you use the indicative and the normal verb. The indicative is the normal form of the verb, and the subjunctive is the alternate form. So voy, because you're talking about the bag, it's a specific bag. I have to pack my clothes. I can't find the passport, the tickets. I don't know. And where are my blue shoes? I'm here. There aren't any shoes that say azules. So they don't exist. There are no shoes that are blue. So they don't exist. So they don't exist, and you're referring to them in another part of the sentence, you use subjunctive. No hay ningunos zapatos que sean azules. Hay unos zapatos rojos. Okay, and there are some red shoes. Those are the shoes que me quedan pequeños, and that's the indicative, the normal form of the verb, because it's specific shoes that exist. Oh, those are the shoes that are small on me, and I'm not going to wear them. ¿Cómo es la maleta que buscas tú? What is the bag like that you're looking for? That's a specific bag. What is it like? And so buscas, use the indicative there. It's a leather brown bag. Here it is. I think we need a secretary para que organice nuestro viaje. Para que is always followed by subjunctive. Para que organice, so that she can organize our trip. Not a bad idea. Okay. This one, Jose is talking about his upcoming vacation plans. Complete the sentence logically with the adjective clauses using the indicative or the subjunctive as is needed. So, quiero un lugar que. It's got to be subjunctive here because you're not talking about a specific place. I want to go to a place that, whatever, has so. It's got to be in the subjunctive. Un lugar que sea bonita. Bonito. Anything in the subjunctive, but since it's a non-specific place, you've got to use subjunctive because you're talking about it in the second part of the sentence. I want to go to a place that is pretty. Subjunctive. I have a reservation in a hotel that es bonito. I'm not being very creative here, but this is going to be indicative because it's a specific hotel. I have a reservation in a hotel that is pretty. So that is a specific hotel that already exists. You already know which one it is. It's specific. Here it's not. Here it's a place that's pretty. We don't know what place yet. This is a hotel that we already have a reservation in, therefore you use the indicative there. And it can be, I said bonito, but you can do anything that's logical. All right. And this thing not going to go up. All right. Conozco a muchas personas que estudian español, and that is indicative because you know the people. If you know the people, they're specific, they exist, and so you just use indicative. I know many people that study Spanish, indicative. All right, no hay ningún lugar que. There's no place that has rooms. Here, if there's no place, if the place does not exist, then in the second part of the sentence you have to use subjunctive. All right. And these are just examples. You could use other ways to finish the sentences, but indicative, subjunctive, as for the reasons we said. All right, complete the following description of the following travel-related words using indicative or subjunctive with the verbs in parentheses. Okay. El motor es la parte del coche que usa gasolina. It's indicative. El barco es el medio de transporte que lleva mercancías y pasajeros. Busco un aguilar que trate. So if you're looking for a flight attendant that treats the passengers well, if you're looking for that, then that's a non-specific person. You've got to use the subjunctive there. So the customs agents are the people that control. That's not an unknown entity. Those are the people. And I need a small bag that has space. And again, if you need a small bag that you don't have it yet, it's non-specific. You don't know which one it's going to be. You don't know if you're going to find it or not. You've got to use subjunctive in there, since that doesn't exist for you yet. I need a small bag that has space. Well, you may find it, you may not find it, right? So you got to use subjunctive in the second part of the sentence there. Okay, this was the possessives. There are not too many problems there. Just has to agree with the noun that it's referring to. I don't recall there being too many problems. Again, you can always ask me if I don't cover something that you'd like me to. Same thing with this one. More of the possessives. And wow, another one. I have a lot of these possessives, right? Okay. And then complete the answer from the company with the correct indicative or present subjunctive. Es cierto que verdugo es. It's true. It's certain. Dudo que nosotros traduzcamos. If you doubt something, you use subjunctives. El verdugo tiene. Oh, no creemos. Pero no creemos. We don't believe that the verdugo tenga éxito. Es obvio que me desea. All right. And Hasta luego.